Hi guys, today's writing homework is reviewing a bunch of music symbols that I bet you can recognize, although some of them are a little more challenging. Quick little review to help you out with your writing assignment. Most songs are written in 4/4 time. That means that's the time signature. 4/4 time means I can fit 4 quarter notes in each bar. A quarter note is just like a quarter. You need 4 of them to make a loonie, and in our music, we usually need a quarter note, 4 of them, to fill the bar. So 4 quarters make 1 bar. What happens if you break a quarter into 2 halves? Well, 1 quarter can turn into 2 eighth notes. So that means the fancy musical term for titis are eighth notes. What happens if you turn eighth notes into 2 pieces? Well, every eighth note can turn into 2 16th notes. You need 4 16th notes to equal 2 eighth notes, or 1 quarter. That means if I wanted to fill a whole bar with tiri-tiris, 16th notes, I would need, can you guess, 16 of them. So that's why they're called 16th notes. 4 sets of 4 to make that 1 bar. How many eighth notes would I need for 1 bar? 8, of course. That's why they're called eighth notes. You need 8 of them in a bar. When you look at your rests, you see similar things. Quarter rests are the 1 count rests. They look like a lightning bolt. Eighth rests are the ones that look a little bit like a leaf. And see how just like an eighth note has a little tail hanging off of it? Eighth notes and eighth rests both have like a little tail. 16th notes we saw had these double tails, right, to connect them together. So 16th rests also have a double tail. We learned before in our music bingo about half rests. They look like a hat, and they take up half the bar. Half and hat both start with H. Whole rests look like an upside down half rest. They get 4 counts, and whole sound the same even though they're spelled differently. It looks like a hole in the ground, and it's a whole rest. I think everything else you'll recognize pretty well. There's maybe some complicated thing like this letter C, which is a more fancy way of writing 4/4 time. C means common time. The most common time signature is what? 4/4. 4 quarter beats in a bar. So for your writing assignment, you're taking these symbols down here, and you can either cut them out and paste them on beside all the correct answers, or you can just try to redraw them. I actually think redrawing them is probably a better challenge to practice making and creating that same symbol beside the symbol. But if you like doing cutting and pasting, you could do that instead. The answer sheet you should have printed out as well. It was attached in the same file, so it might be on the back of your page, or you might have the answer sheet already. Hey, don't peek when you're doing your writing homework. Peek after you're done. Okay, great job, musicians. See you in Zoom class.